Before I get into how to take your own UFO picture, I wanted to clear this up. A UFO is technically any kind of unidentified flying object. It doesn't necessarily have to be supernatural. It doesn't need to be even out of the ordinary, just unidentified. So it could be unidentified for any number of reasons. Maybe there's just not enough information on it, or maybe just nobody's even bothered to look into it. But today I'm going to use the term to mean alien spacecraft. So, I edited out a little bit of my talk for time's sake, but let's take a look at some of the things that you can commonly mistake for a UFO. Venus, pretty popular. Maybe it's behind some clouds, or it looks bigger than it should. Meteors, no, they're just cool. What do you think the average early human thought when they saw this in the sky? Clouds, especially this type of cloud, which is very common around mountains. Weather balloons, Chinese lanterns, helium balloons, even kites. It might sound funny, but every year there are stories in local papers about what usually turns out to be something silly. The funny thing is, though, even though retractions are often written, a year later all that anybody ever remembers is UFOs. Flares. Yeah, fair enough, they do look kind of crazy, maybe to an unskeptical eye. I should have blown this up right to start off with, shouldn't have I? Sorry, guys. An unskeptical mind could jump to UFO. Lens flares, or the scattered light on the lens of your camera. These have the added bonus of also being ghosts or orbs to true believers. Now, just for fun, I'm going to show you some famous UFO pictures and see if you can figure out what's going on in them. The Battle of Los Angeles, or the Great Los Angeles Air Raid. It happened 3 months after Pearl Harbor, February 25th, 1942. Originally, some thought the attack was from Japan. In hindsight, it wasn't much of a battle as nothing was actually attacked. What was it?
Was it helium balloons that had been released?
Yeah, weather balloon. The Lubbock lights. They were a triangular... Oh, there's my weather balloon picture. Sorry. These were a triangular formation of lights as bright as stars but larger that flew over Lubbock, Texas several times in 1951. 3 professors from Texas Tech observed the lights while in the backyard of one of the professors' homes. And after an article appeared in the local paper, many other people reported seeing these strange lights. What were they? What else flies in a V formation?
Birds?
Yeah, birds.
Geese with LEDs on them?
The town had just installed new streetlights that shone up.
Oh!
So, ghost rockets. In May to December of 1946, over 2,000 ghost rockets were sighted by Sweden by hundreds of witnesses, many in broad daylight. The peak sightings occurred August 9th and 11th. What was it? This is pretty obvious, come on.
That's the Orion Swedish one?
Yeah, very nice. Alright, now you know some of the history, it's time you guys start making your UFO. Rule number 1, keep it simple. Don't go overboard. If your UFO looks man-made, nobody's going to buy it. And don't show the aliens, it's just going to look cheesy. Rule number 2, quality is not your friend. Remember, you were just out taking a walk. You happen to look up at the sky and see this incredible object in the sky. You do not have time to zoom or focus properly.
iPhone it is.
Try to keep the resolution low and the picture a bit blurry. Rule 3, be consistent, especially if you're photoshopping. Make sure your resolution, picture quality, and the coloring for your cropped image is the same size as your background image. Also make sure that your lighting is coming from the same direction. Rule number 4, be creative. Use anything you can find. Garbage lids, rubber balls, frisbees, glue stuff together, tear stuff apart, just whatever works. This UFO was made from 2 styrofoam plates and a Slurpee lid. Feel free to hold your UFO with a string or stick or throw it up in the air, just whatever works. And the 5th and final rule, size doesn't matter. You're going to be relying on forced perspective anyway, so don't be afraid to use it to its fullest. You want to make the UFO as big or as small as you want, doesn't matter. Well, now that you got the basics, I think I was going to go with the sticky mats on the chairs to start off with, but most of them are on the floor. So how about we go with this side of the room against that side of the room. There's some supplies over there. Go make your own UFO. You'll have to find, we have, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Just gonna check and that not fall off there.
actually we have a little bit more than 15 minutes, so like
bit more
17, 18.
17 or 18 minutes, so you gotta make your UFO, find a place to shoot the picture, and take the pictures. You might want to divide up into groups, or split up your group. That's why I brought cameras.